You can't fix America by burning it down. As a matter of fact, the evil powers that be, they would want you to do that so they can claim martial law and then really take over this place. You see, a lot of people say, man, let's just tear everything down and start all over. But what you forget is that the same evil people, the evil 1% that has control, the corporations, the businesses, that 1% will still have the power will have the money to still have the power to go out and buy people and to still manipulate the system in the way that they would want. And we're not organized out here to combat that. You see, us being organized and coming together as an American people is the greatest threat to the enemies of America. And yes, the call of them being the enemies of America, that is the proper call. You see, what we're dealing with the great grandchildren of people who came over here not to become Americans, but they came over here to manifest their brutal way of thinking and their brutal actions. And they came over here just to get land and for survival. You had some people who came over here, they were psychopaths. As a matter of fact, you ever see those pictures when they show somebody and they show people sitting around them smiling and stuff? Yeah, look what we did. They used to use those for postcards to send over to over the water and say, hey, look, y'all come over here and all you got to do is help us subdue these people right here and we'll give you land. We may even give you money. This is why you had some people who came over here and they had that string around their neck with ears, because every person that they brutalized and damaged, they would chop the ear off and wear it on their necklace. And then when they got back to the place, the trading place, they got paid for that, for each ear. Or sometimes it was. We cannot let this place go to hell. If they win, that's it. We're not organized. We don't have the power. Some of you say, well, I'll just grow food in my backyard and all that stuff. You keep messing around with these people. They are already saying in some states you can't collect rainwater. If they have the power to say that, it's just a matter of time where they say you're not allowed to grow a garden. And if we see you growing something, not only are we going to destroy it, we're going to take you to jail. Keep playing around with these people. You're messing around with evil beings who care. They don't care nothing about this place being America, and they don't care nothing about being an American, and they prove it by how and what they support. And I'm just going to leave that right there. This place used to be, it still is a continent. Now, I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm asking you to just think with me right here. This place is a continent, but what you don't understand is that what they skipped in history is that this was not only a continent. This was a continent with many countries in it, just like Africa. Not only did it have many countries, it had many different governments. Not only did it have many different governments, you had many different presidents. Now, some of you say, well, how can we have more than one president at the same time? Did you forget history? When the South separated itself from the Union, who did they elect for their president of the Union? Jefferson Davis. Who was the president of the United States that they were trying to build? Abraham Lincoln. Where did they get that idea and that concept from? They understand when you have a government, you have to have a president, you have to have a council and all that stuff. You have to have a board and all that. This thing, the creation of this thing that we call the United States, this was about them dominating each country, and they had to go to war with most of them. When they dominated these countries, the corporations that some people had, because plantations, you see, when you think of slavery, you're thinking of these so-called white people with their white hats on, and all of a sudden they were running slaves. It was nothing like that. You had people who were already here, who already had the tobacco field going, the people who were birthed from this region of earth, and they stood upright for a long time, and they had a business sense, because you get better. If you could build a pyramid down there in South America, you know how to conduct business. And they were conducting business. They had world trade. They were introducing the world to tobacco. They had some of the best cotton. They had some of the best doggone silver and gold and rubies. We had all kinds. This is a place of wealth. And you had people who were already making money, but then you had the so-called black Europeans who were coming over here in the 11th century, the 10th and the 11th century, and they was coming over here and they were conducting business, and they were like, well, hell, teach us how to do this here. As a matter of fact, we'll trade some of the knowledge that we have. We'll trade some of our Moorish knowledge that we have and give you and build you schools, build them colleges, and then you give us some of this land and give us some of your business. As a matter of fact, teach us how to do that. So we'll teach you some of the stuff that we know, and you teach us some of the stuff that you know. This is why you sit back and you look at some of them old Tartarian buildings, and you look at it and you be like, man, why does this look like a Venetian Moorish architecture? Because it is. Man, the history books have done a horrible job. You see, when someone talks about the American Indian Wars starting, the American Indian Wars, and on paper it started in 1619 and ended in 1924. What war, Indian Wars, was going on in 1924? Go watch my other videos. But when you think of that, when you think of the Native American, you think of the Tano-looking person. You're not looking at those black Europeans who came over here from Russia, those swarty ones who came over here from Russia, Germany, Scotland, France, Switzerland. You know what I'm saying? You don't even think about them. And why would they be considered as native? Because when they came here and they had children, their firstborn children were known as Native Americans. The term Native American for the Indian people who we accept to be Indians, that term didn't get switched over them until like the 1970s or the 80s. Prior to that, the word Native American was more broad. Anyone who was born here, their firstborn who was born here on this land was a Native American. But then they started twisting stuff up. See, as they were conquering each country, as I was saying earlier, as they were conquering each government within this country or on this continent, when they took over the corporations, whoever the employees were, they took over the employees. They said, okay, now we done ran you off, or we done did whatever we need to do to you. So now your employees, they work for our new form of government. And then the people began to brutalize them. They're like, well, we work for Mr. Johnson. Well, you work for me now, boy. You see, man, after the Bacon Rebellion, if you go back and you check that story out, it says freed people came together and they fought the governor. Was it in Virginia? I believe it was. They fought the governor and they dominated for a minute. So they was like, man, you know what? We got to break these people up. We can't have these people coming together like this. They said, you know what? Well, you come in and you help us police them, and we'll make you part of our little society that we're creating for ourselves. The society of so-called whiteness. Dude, this whole thing is just, in order for us to heal this situation, we have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, the lies, man, enough is enough. Anyone who doesn't read history with rose-colored glasses on it, you know what's going on. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When I know I'm jumping around, because for some reason the name John Hanson popped in my head. People talk about John Hanson. They say he was the first so-called black president. But no, he was one of the last. Because as I mentioned, there were many different governments that were set up on this land, and they had many different doggone presidents. But you had other things other than pharaohs. You had presidents, you had noblemen, you had noble women. You had many different governors. None of this is new. It just got hijacked. This was the war between the American Indian Wars was just a doggone hijack. But anyway, man, this is going on 10 minutes. I hope you like this conversation. It's just a conversation to have. Make sure you hit like, leave a comment, hit repost, and tell me what you think. I'm out.